What is up, everybody? Welcome back to 9 to 5 Gamers, and today we are having our Top 10 Tuesday, and today's list is going to hurt your feelings, and that is what I'm here to do. I am literally just going to poop all over your favorite games from the BGG Top 100. I took a look at the BGG Top 100 from all the games that I have played, and I went ahead and made my Top 10 list of overrated games in the BGG Top 100. So if you like these games, I'm being mean on purpose, and I'm gonna talk smack. Just know from the bottom of my heart, I like a lot of these games, but it's content. We got to make this spicy, all right? So consider these like hot takes if you want to, but we're gonna go through the top 10 most overrated games. In the comment section, go ahead and let me know what games do you feel like are overrated, and let me know so we can talk about it in the comments. Starting off with number 10 at 91 on the BG Top 100, we have Grande. I played this game at Dice Tower. I never wanted to leave in the middle of a game so bad. I literally left in the middle of this game. I did not like this game. I could not stand it. I didn't understand why this is so popular. It's from the 90s. They made a new version of it. But man, I did not like it. It was just like this weird, and then they had this dumb tower that you put meeples in, and then you open up the door and all the meeples come crashing out. Oh, look, I have 50 meeples, and now I could just put them wherever I want. And then you can steal areas from people while I'm over here just trying to take over areas and play strategically. But no, they're just gonna, whoever has the most meeples in there gets to place them wherever they want. I did not like that game, and I literally quit halfway through. And honestly, people can say, I know the number one comment, anytime you poop on somebody's game, they're gonna be like, yo, get good, bro, get good. Maybe if you were better at the game, you'd like it. I don't care. I'm not even trying to win. I just want to have a good time. I play tons of games that I lose and I have a great time. I left in the middle of this game. I thought this game was nonsense, and I could not believe that it was in the top 100 of BGG. My number 9, Lords of Waterdeep. This is a game that I got the chance to play with a friend of mine, and he was like, it's a classic, and I played it, and I was like, this is the most boring worker placement game I have ever played. It's literally a bunch of cubes that represent people, and then you have contracts of cubes that you're trying to get. And I just did not understand why people like this game so much. It is one of the driest, most boring worker placement Euro games I've ever played. We played even with some expansion stuff, and I still didn't like it. But yeah, I would say Lords of Waterdeep is it's a classic, sure, but I don't understand why so many people like it or enjoy it. It's number 88 on the BGG Top 100. It's low for a reason. I can't wait for the day when Lords of Waterdeep drops out of the top 100 of BGG. That would be fantastic. I would be happy because there's so many great Euro games. It's I don't understand why anybody would want to play that above anything else. So, and I'm pooping on these games on purpose. All right. Number 8 is Clank. It comes in at number 83 on BGG's Top 100, and I don't understand how basic Clank even made the Top 100. Basic Clank is so boring. Playing that made me not want to play Clank. It wasn't until I played the Star Wars version that I was like, oh, okay, there's something here. You know what I mean? Not the Star Wars version, the outer space version, the Clank in space. And there's Clank Catacombs, and there's a whole bunch of different Clanks. There's Clank Legacy. I think all of those are fantastic. But basic Clank, I still don't get it. It's why is this still on the BGG Top 100? I guess it just takes a long time for those games to just make their way off the list. So, I don't know, man. Clank, I don't understand why it's so high up on this list. But I don't really enjoy basic Clank anymore, so we'll go to the next one. My number 7, coming in at 78 on BGG's Top 100, is Azul. I've played a ton of Azul. I think when I first started playing it, I was like, oh, this is a cool game. I like this little pattern tile-laying game. After a while, I was just kind of like, bro, they make a billion Azuls. But Azul, basic Azul, is still on the BGG Top 100, and I still don't understand why that is. Why do people like this game so much? I get it. It's a good gateway game, but I'm like, why do gateway games end up on the top 100? I guess because so many people play them that they're popular, but Azul is fine. I'm just I don't understand why it's such a popular game that they have to make like 1,000 of them every single year. There's a new Azul coming out, and I'm like, I'm not getting in any lines to try to get this game because I'm not interested in playing Azul. Azul is a game that you could play it once or twice and be done with it. And there's a lot of people who love it. Fantastic, great for you guys. But I would rather play so many other games than Azul. So sick of that game, tired of it. It needs to get off this list. Number 6 is The Crew. And both of the crews made it on here, and I get it. The Crew is great. Like, I like the game, but I don't understand why it's on the BGG Top 100 with all the games that are out. I don't get how this one's on there. It is a cooperative trick-taking game. It is a fast-moving, quick-playing card game. Why is this in the top 100? I still don't get it. It's a great game, but I just think it's a little bit overrated, man. This thing's coming in at 75, bro. And then the other one's even higher than that. And the other thing I don't understand is that why are both on there? Right? Like, one should be off the BGG Top 100 so that another game could be on there. There's so many games that miss out on the BGG Top 100 because there's 2 copies of stinking The Crew on there, right? One can go. I'm okay with either of them. I think they're both fine, but I just, man, the fact that there's 2 on there, and it's just, I don't know, man. I think it's a bit overrated in my opinion. Great game, but I think it's like a 7 maybe, between a 7 and an 8, and it's on the BGG Top 100. That's crazy to me. I wonder what are the metrics that make it the BGG Top 100. So number 5 is, don't hate me for this one, but like Obsession. Now, I think Obsession is way overrated. People have talked this game like this is one of the greatest games that's ever existed. I bought a copy of it simply because people have said it is great and it's on the BGG Top 100. Bought a copy, brought it home, opened it up, played it with my wife. It was fine. You know, like, I was like, I know that like some of the expansions add like extra players, but like, bro, that game, like the component quality is not bad. It's just kind of ugly. Like, it doesn't look very nice, like all the pieces. And then what you're doing, you're just buying these little squares and then using them and putting people to go to these like event things. Like, it was cool. Mechanically, it's great. But I'm like, I think it's a bit overrated. I think this is one of those games that I feel like people would go, oh my gosh, I got a copy of Obsession, and then you get it and you're like, yeah, we don't even really play it that often. I could see very well this game not getting played very much. Me and my wife played it. We liked it fine. I think my wife liked it maybe a little more than I did. I thought it was okay. And I don't like that tile that lets you steal, what was it, the reputation or whatever from like another player. That's awful. That is like one of the worst things in the game. I was like, I don't understand why they even made that thing. That thing is broken. But yeah, that's Obsession. That's a 60 on BGG, on number 60. So let's go to my number 4. This should come as no surprise to you if you've been following the channel for a while. That's Cascadia, coming in at number 47. I don't get why people love this game so much. I've played it. It's fine. But man, I don't know why. I just get so bored while I'm playing this game. When you're laying out these little environment tiles and you're just like, okay, cool. And then somebody takes the one that you wanted. They put out a fresh one and you're like, I guess I'll take this. Like, it's so, and it's not even take that. Like, most of the time, they're not doing it to like get at you. They're doing it because that's what they need to. And then you get left with nothing. And even with like the acorns and different stuff, it's like, bro, honestly, Cascadia, I really didn't understand the hype on that game. That's actually a game I don't like. Like, a lot of these games, I like them. I just think they're a little overrated, considering they're on Cascadia, I just do not like it. Like, I don't understand why it's so popular, and I still don't get why people still play it. It's crazy. My number 3 is a game called Mage Knight. This coming in at 34 on BGG Top 100. Mage Knight, I bought the game. I opened the game. And when I opened that game, I said, is it 1972 inside this box? Like, this, it looked like the oldest game I had ever seen. Like, it was ancient on the inside. I was like, what is this? Now, mind you, I bought like a used copy. But I'm like, bro, how old is the game? Like, this game can't be that old, because that thing, man, it just was so ancient looking. And then I opened up that rulebook and I took one look at that rulebook and I said, I'm good. That rulebook is atrocious. I'm so to this day, I have never seen a rule book so poorly put together. That thing is like blocks of text like this big, and the font is like 7-point, 8-point font. I'm like, who is this for? Is this a center for ants? Like, what is this? I didn't understand it. Like, I've never wanted to not play a game so bad. Never wanted to not play a game. It's a double negative. That was incorrectly stated. But, dude, I bought that game because it is so high up on BGG. So many people say it's so good. I couldn't even get past the rule book because that was awful, horrible. I mean, look at the rule books for, like, some of the games we have now, like Ezra Nehemiah. You know, like, this is a pretty heavy game, but, you know, like, it's got plenty of illustrations. The one I'm learning now, I just got this in, Vindication. I got the Archive of the Ancients. But, like, the rule book is pretty solid, man, with, like, artwork and different stuff. Like, I'm like, what era did this come from that it was terrible. Very, very bad rule book, and I couldn't do it. Don't understand it. My number 2. This is a game that I will hate forever because it is, for me, the worst Stonemaier game. Even though I haven't played all of them, I love Stonemaier games, and I think their games are pretty great. But Wingspan, I don't like that game. I was bored out of my mind playing this game. And the like, it's cool mechanically, like the whole bird thing, and then you're putting the birds, but like there were so many times where it was just kind of like, I'll do this. You know what I mean? Like, and again, call it user error, say get good, you just suck at the game, that's why you don't like it. There's a lot of games that I'm not very good at, and I still play them. Wingspan, no thank you. And that game takes forever. I don't care what nobody says. For what it is, that game takes way too long. And I think the same thing with like Arc Nova, but at least Arc Nova for me was like, there's a lot going on. Like, Wingspan's not complex, but it takes so long, especially when you play with a bunch of people. It's just, I don't get Wingspan at all. Maybe Wormspan will do it for me. Maybe the dragons will change the way I feel about the game. People have said that to me. They're like, I don't like Wingspan, but I do like Wormspan. Still gotta try that out, man. Maybe that'll redeem the game for me. But yeah, I am a Wingspan hater. If there's two games that I hate on frequently, it's Cascadia and Wingspan. And I will do that unapologetically because I don't like that game. Sorry. I just said I wasn't going to apologize. And that I just think it's way overrated, especially at 30, right? 30 on BGG. That's wild to me. There's so many games on there that are under this that are clearly better than Wingspan. But Wingspan's so popular. Whatever. Number 1 on my list is Seven Wonders Duel. This made it all the way to 19 on the BGG Top 100. 19, y'all. That means there are only 18 games above it. Anybody who's played Seven Wonders Duel knows this game is not that good. It's not. The fact that Seven Wonders is on there is kind of crazy to me. It just feels like a party game, and it's fun. Like, it's not a bad game. It's a classic game. Seven Wonders Duel is better than Seven Wonders, for sure. But 19? To me, that's overrated. Like, that game is so overrated. You can only play it at 2, because it's a duel game, so it doesn't leave you very many options. And it's like, this is insane to me that this game is so high up. And is it a good game? Sure. Have I had fun playing it? Sure. But I think it is very overrated, the fact that it's at number 19. That's crazy. I just think that all of us need to get on BGG and we need to start rating some of these games properly. I think people like play that game and we're like, this is a masterpiece, 10 out of 10. And then they put it as a 10 on their BGG list after playing it one time, never played it again for the rest of their life, and then left it at a 10. Like, I think people need to go back and re-rate their games so that way it can affect what's going on there on that list. Because I just don't get it. I don't get why Seven Wonders Duel is at number 19. And there's a lot of other games that are up there that I'm like, I don't really like, but I get it. You know what I mean? But some of these, I don't get it. I don't understand how these games are so high up on BGG Top 100, or how they even made the Top 100. And there's so many great games out there that could have made it, but have not. But that's it for my top 10 list. Again, this was a little bit more, what's the word for it? Shtick, or whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm joking around. I think all of these games are fine and great. You know, like, I'll say that out of this list that I just did, 1, 2, 3 games I actually don't like, and that's El Grande, Cascadia, and Wingspan. I don't like those games at all. I won't play them. The other ones I'll play, like I will, but I'm just like, they are so overrated in my opinion. But let me know, what are some overrated games that you guys have seen, and put them in the comments section. And don't forget, like, comment, subscribe to this video. Like this video, it helps the algorithm, helps get those games out there. And subscribe to the channel, man. I'm on my way to 20,000. I really want to get to 20K, so I want you guys to do everything in your power to share these videos with your friends and family that play games. And thank you guys for tuning in. Check you guys out later. Peace out.